Let's talk about this real quick because we got a lot of things to do. We got the race coming tomorrow. I think the race is going to be absolutely. It should be good. I don't want to promise anything that I can't. I don't have any control over what happens. But I will say that I believe that we should have a good race on our hands. I believe we have a very competitive top three. We got Lewis Hamilton, we got Russell, we got Lando, Max at fourth, which I don't think anybody should expect that Max is going to stay in fourth place. I truly do believe by the fifth lap, he probably moves up unless the pace of the McLaren, which we've seen. So I don't think it's really a question of McLaren, but we do have to realize Max will have DRS. That does happen after the first lap now, so it will not be several laps of Max without DRS just on slip alone. And Russell will be without, and we've seen Russell and Lewis, more so Russell when it comes to trying to have that, Sylvia with Kelly first in the loud chat, have that team-oriented mind when it comes to the DRS to try to find a way for both cars to utilize the DRS to move themselves further along. So I'm not too confident about Russell on that. So I do believe by the fifth lap, Max Verstappen probably makes an upcoming. But we're going to talk about more about what the dialogue has been since all of a sudden this thing has uprooted and just outlashed between Max and Lando. Max, we already knew what he was about. We knew what type of person he was. We knew that winning was basically keeping that suppressed. And then a lot of us said the moment that Max came under pressure, we would see the real Max reemerge, and it has been that for a few races in building, and it kind of spewed over this last race in Austria. Him and Lando make contact. Basically, he pushes Lando. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and spin the wheel for the $25 gift card. We already have DG Big Blue, which is a winner of a $25 gift card from the Kickback Quality Trivia. OG Zilla has donated his $25 gift card, and now we are spinning to see who the winner of that will be. So I put the names in here. What's up, Galactic second in? We're going to go ahead and bring this over. We're going to spin the wheel and see who's going to receive the gift card donated by OG Zilla. Let's tap that wheel, and let's see what we get. A lot of names on that wheel. A lot of people in there. And the winner is Paul. Oh, my gosh. The winner is Paul. Let me get that up so you can firmly see that is Paul. Big shout out to Paul getting in on that. There we go. Big shout out to Paul. That is Paul Kozlowski. Paul is a big time supporter of the channel. It is cool to see that he's getting that. Big shout out to Paul. He will be the winner of that, and I will go ahead and write his name down, and I will get with Paul in the Discord, get the shipping address, and get that shipped out to him. So that's $50 total Wolfpack will be getting and will be shipping out. Congratulations to DG Big Blue winning Kickback Quality Trivia. Congratulations to Paul getting the $25 gift card. They will be receiving that in Visa. I believe both of them are stateside. So that is absolutely awesome. Now that we got that done and out of the way, let's talk about this dialogue that has been going on about Lewis Hamilton, bringing him into it, Max Verstappen and Lando. And I want to talk about some things based off things people said, okay? That's what I want to do. And we'll talk briefly. We probably won't be long in this because I think I'm going to get more into about how I feel. So, press conference for Silverstone, Tom being messy, being dirty, being somebody who absolutely was trying to bait Lewis Hamilton into something. And I would like to know something when we finish with this. But first, I'm going to address Lando. And let's see what Lando said, shall we?
I don't expect an apology from him. I don't think he should apologize. I thought it was, as a review, good racing.
This is what we got.
At times, maybe, very close to the edge. But like we said, we've spoken about it. We've talked about it, and we're both happy to go racing.
Okay, so now he don't need to apologize. Last week, it was, I don't need to say nothing until he come apologize. Nothing changed from last week's events to what this week. Max ran you off track. Max moved around in the break. Max broke rules. Max was penalized softly from breaking rules because he should have been penalized for a lot more. Okay? Listen, it was almost mind-blowing to hear Lando dance around, yet still feeling as if Max did something wrong. So I don't know, Lando. I don't know if they got you in some back room somewhere and roughed you up or told you if you didn't do this. I don't know if you're the type of friend that even when your other friend is wrong, you're mad in the moment, then the next day you become some type of Stockholm syndrome and, you start empathizing with your abuser. But Lando, what the heck? This is a part of the criticism with you that some people may think you may never be a driving champion. Okay? Max's driving skills of being a champion is what happened. And I thought for a moment, Lando, that you had understood that the way you drive against Max is you have to make him pay a price. You have to make Lando pay a price. Max, you have to make Max pay a price. Galactus says, Lando, keep that same energy, don't punk out. He ain't keeping the same energy right now, Galactus. He backstroking. Okay, because even in the interviews conflicted, if you go watch the whole press conference, then they're asked, should he have done this? No comment, not comment. So you feel really like you did wrong, but you're up here on stage talking about it like it's okay. Bro, what is that? You're talking about this is why Max is a champion? Max is a champion because he puts you in a position that forces you to either wreck or back out. And you didn't back out, and that's what you have to do. If you're saying this, now Max feels like, okay, I might still have a chance. Next time I put him in that position, he's going to back out because he's going to feel like I won. You had it right, and now you messed yourself up. You had Max where you wanted him because now Max feels like I can't do that to Lando anymore because I'm going to pay a price. Big shout out to Uno, dropping Wolfpack membership in the trap, and Cam picked it up. KAM picked it up. So now Max is in the mindset that, I can't do all that with Lando because if I do it, then I might risk ruining my race. Usually people are going to back out because I'm putting them in that position. But now Lando has proven by action that he's not going to let me get away with it. So he's going to drive different with you. Same way he drives a bit different with Russell. Russell drove hard against him before. The next time I think they were in Baku, he didn't back out on Max. Max got a hole in his side pod. And now Max drives a bit different around Russell. He tries to avoid, he's going to find the line, but he's going to give Russell space because he's already experienced on a couple of times, Russell ain't backing out. Lando, what you just did, you played yourself. You played yourself. Because whatever conversation you had where Max did not apologize to you, because you damn sure put it up there that he didn't apologize to you by what you said, no apology took place. Okay? You sat there and you talked rah-rah on camera, then you got with Max and you cowered down. You cowered down. You can't do that. So you got two choices. You're going to deal with it, and you're going to start backing out, and you're going to lose pace. You're going to lose position because you're going to give up so much to Max to so-called avoid contact. I'm just trying to treat Max different, drive around. No, what it is you're punking out. You're backing out, you're punking out, and you're getting punked. That's what it is. So you got two choices tomorrow. You can make him see that, I know what we talked about, but I ain't doing that. Or you just going to get punked out and you're going to realize you won't beat Max Verstappen because you don't have the balls to put him in a position so he understands if you with me again, you're going to end up in the wall. Trust me, Max understands that. But he also understands More of you will not do it than will do it. But when he comes up against somebody that will do it, he whines, he cries, and he's going to start giving you your space. Galactus, Lando should have said nothing, stand on business. Actually, stand on business ain't standing on no business, because the guy who started saying stand on business didn't even have business to stand on. T.I.'s son didn't have nothing to stand on. He talking about stand on business, bro. You run around the city playing kid games. You ain't never been really raised in a trap, had no life like that. You've been living rich style for your whole life. You went to school with my daughter, okay? You went to the same school my daughter's getting ready to go to. You ain't, I seen you around here playing with paintball guns. You ain't really standing on no business. So when people say stand on business, really you talking about funny stuff. So Lando, don't stand on business, stand your ground. Stand your ground. Galactus, just a little bit of, a little bad history on him, man. He really ain't built like that. That dude really ain't built like that. I know. Trust me, I know. He ain't built like that. I got a couple of young men I mentored that know him personally. He ain't built like that. All right. So I will say that, honestly, Lando, you played yourself, okay? Now, let's talk about everything that has been going on in regards to the dialogue now, which is very funny. Very funny, all right? Because nobody was talking, I'm not going to say nobody. Many of them were not talking like this when this situation happened with Lewis Hamilton in 2021, okay? Now, all of a sudden, there's a campaign, Palmer standing on his position now that Max drove out of place and out of pocket, and his opinion hasn't changed while Lando's has. Will Buxton outed Alex Brundle's whack ass for trying to soft shoe it, which was crazy. And then Alex looking for, I'm trying to see any excuse I can give Max for why he didn't make pole today. Alex, you are compromised. Seriously. You are seriously compromised. I'm just saying, me on that broadcast would have been funny. I'm telling you, it would have been funny. Because I would have been like, bro, what are you talking about? The consequence? Alex, were you at Max's, did you and Max have a slumber party last night or something? Or what is this about? I'm just trying to ask. But now there's this whole dialogue. And Tom Clarkson, which I believe that's the guy's name, he was messy today. He was messy for the press conference. I'll say that. It wasn't today. And I really didn't appreciate it. Because now I don't know why. And we're going to listen to this first, and then I'm going to talk about what I got to talk about. Let's watch this.
What advice could you give to Lando about going wheel to wheel with Max?
Right.
Again, I don't think I need to. They've raced each other for many years, so...
Perfect position for Lewis.
Yeah.
You're not going to be drawn on this, are you?
That's nothing to do with me.
No.
All right, well, look, let's bring it on to this weekend then, Lewis.
Completely agree. The way Lewis played that was perfect. Galactus says, true, I knew he was not that guy, just like... Facts, bro. Facts. So, why do you want to ask Lewis? This is the thing. Why didn't you ask Lewis these questions when these things happened to him? Why didn't you ask Lewis this situation when things were hot so that you could put Max on Front Street? All y'all were so busy about protecting Max Verstappen. All of y'all were so busy happy about Lewis Hamilton losing behind the curtain and up in Max. You didn't ask this. Why now, knowing how Max Verstappen drives, are you trying to ask Lewis to give Lando some advice on how to take care of Max so y'all then can go write tabloids and headlines about Lewis Hamilton saying something about Max Verstappen? Lewis Hamilton's saving a lot of y'all career. He getting y'all paid. Tom Clarkson, you dirty. You dusty. I'm appalled. You low down. You a dog in the dirt. You worse than a dog. You a snake for trying that on the press conference. And then you knew it because you're going to say, hey, you're not trying to be drawn into this, are you? So you telling the man you was setting a trap. You setting a trap to get him to say something so then people can run with it. That's called being a piece of shit. You need to just ask Lando. Don't bring Lewis into this because you didn't want to do it when it needed to be done. You didn't want to try to put Max on Front Street when he needed to be put on Front Street. Why didn't you ask Max? Ask Max why he drives like that. Ask Max, why is it a common situation and not a coincidence, but a consistency with the point that you are pushing drivers off track? Why you not asking Max those type of questions? Ask Max, why does he think that he gets penalized less than other drivers for doing more than other drivers do? But you're not asking Max these questions. But you're going to try to bait Lewis Hamilton into a situation so y'all can write headlines about it. Lewis already showed Max when Max hit that brick wall. Yep. And you know what? That's what he needed. That's what he needed. He tried to close down. He should have stayed up. He had the space, and instead he came down on Lewis Hamilton and wound up hitting the wall. I'm glad he was safe, glad he wasn't hurt, but that's what you needed. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes. That's exactly what happened. And I'm going to tell you, a lot of people have lost the taste to watch Formula One because they see what you all are doing. And now you want Lewis to stand up for Lando? What about y'all standing up for Lewis when it needed to be done? Lewis don't need to give Lando no advice because Lando wasn't out here talking about Max like he needed to be talked about when he pulled the shenanigans. Lando wasn't out here talking about, yo, that race was fixed. It was embarrassing to see what they did. No, Lando accidentally said on live stream, Lewis is an 8-time world champion because everybody knows he should be. Uno, friendships of track, winning in the fact I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm sick of seeing these people trying to bring Lewis into this as some knight in shaving armor for Lando against Max. No. Y'all didn't want to hear none of that. Max was a phenomenal driver, according to y'all. Max was the young talent who just outdrove me. No, Max was pushing him off track. And Lewis was doing what he could to avoid it so much he ran way off track. We got video to prove that. Much video. So how some people sit up here and consistently want to say that Max is this phenomenal driver. Max is a phenomenal driver, but Max is not great. Max's style is, I'm going to put you in a position that's going to force you to feel like either you're going to give me the position or you're going to risk your race. That's his style. He is not good at wheel-to-wheel driving through several turns. We've seen other drivers do it. We've seen Perez and Lewis do it. We've seen Russell and Charles do it. We've seen Charles and Lewis do it. We've seen Alonso and Lewis do it. Now, although the last contact seemed a bit like Lewis's fault, going back and looking at it, but yeah, it did kind of seem like that. Lewis kind of came in, but still, situation with that, it is. I can admit that. In the moment, I don't know, Alonso looked a bit suspect, but it is what it is. But my thing is, all these other drivers have these drives where we see highly competitive, close wheel-to-wheel, in and out of turns. Max Verstappen is the main one who we cannot and have not seen do it without pushing somebody off track or somebody else managing Max and basically giving him more space than he should have so they can make it through the race. But my thing is, you know what? I'm glad Lewis said it has nothing to do with me. Don't bring me into it. Don't ask me to stand up for somebody who wasn't going to stand up for me when it should have been done. Lewis looks other drivers in the face every day when they're at the track, knowing that y'all didn't say shit when it needed to be said, but now you want me to say something for Lando? Tough luck. Galactus, FIA added more rules because of Max than anybody else. They also gave him more leeway too. And that's crazy. So Tom, shut the hell up. Don't ask me no more questions about Max unless it's about me and Max recently on track. Don't ask me to give nobody no damn advice. You want some advice? Jay from Wolfpack can give it to you. You know what? Next time, stand up for what's right. Good. I'm glad you know now. Now I can look Lando in his face and he knows what I'm thinking. How you feel, asshole? Now your boy cut you up. How you feel? Well, it was all good when he wasn't doing it to you, but now you've been at the blunt end of how Mad Max drive. How you feeling? How you feeling you could have had your second race win and your boy chopped you up? How you feeling about your so-called bestie driving like that against you? Moving around in the braking zone, cutting you off, pushing you off track. How you feel about that? And then you get up here, put on your makeup, and you don't need to be apologized to. Max is a good driver. That's what makes him. Listen, man, that was sickening to me. That was sickening to me. Lando, you coward. You cowered it down. And I'm going to tell you, it's going to come back to bite you. And the only thing you could do now is stand in there again and trade those blows with Max and make him pay for it. Are you done? You're done. Unless you have an extremely more competitive car, you're done. You screwed yourself. Hey, what's going on, Uno? If Max Verstappen is a great driver, is pushing others off okay? Nope. The mechanic Mercedes, piece to the pack, bro. Hey, man, got that one Mercedes win. I got to go ahead and change the counter. I got to find it, change the counter so we can have a new counter up. But yeah, I mean, Lando, that was backwards, man. There was a way for you to come onto the press conference without being nasty about it and still tell the truth about it. True, yeah, me and Max talked. He didn't apologize. Maybe he feels he shouldn't apologize. Not saying that you don't feel he should, because evidently you do, because you still didn't want to answer some questions and you was a little vague on some things. He feel like he shouldn't apologize. I'm going to tell you what, now I know how to race Max Verstappen. We will be friends, but on track, he's going to have to understand I'm severing that relationship. When we get in these cars and we line up on the grid and those lights go out, he's not my friend anymore. He's just another opponent. When we get out of these cars, we kumbaya, y'all. Let's go play some pickleball. If he don't want to do that, oh well. He made it. He made the decision. He showed me what he thought about our relationship the way he drove against me on track. He could have drove competitively hard, but without breaking rules to keep me from passing him. That's what Max did. He played you dirty. And if that's a friend, you shitting me. If it is, then now we understand on track, anything goes, bro. So don't get in your feelings when I bull you off track. Don't get in your feelings. When we get off the track and we in the paddock, I expect for you to dap me up, hug me up, be like, we cool, bro. Keep the same energy all the way through. But what you did was you just let Max Verstappen head up over you. And I got to see what's going to happen tomorrow. I got to see what's going to happen tomorrow. Because we already know where we are. Tomorrow, where we are is this. You are right in front of Max Verstappen. So you're going to be tested again, Lando. Max is behind you in fourth. We've already seen your race start. It hasn't been good. Max's race start has been better than yours. He's going to be on your gearbox, or he's going to be at your side pod by the first turn, and he's going to be looking for it. He is going to be looking for it. And I promise you, that's going to tell you about your friendship solidified. Concrete. Them going into that first turn, if Max is at his side pod, we go see what's up. We go see what the conversation really entailed and what it really came down to. That's going to tell us what we need to know. And that's going to determine the rest of your race, Lando. Should have stayed. You should have stayed on the ground. You should have stood your ground, bro. Should have stood your ground. Lando as a driver is cool. Lando as a person, to me, kind of might be a little suspect as far as his heart when it comes to saying, hey, I ain't taking this, bro. Because he talk a good game a lot. But in this situation, I'm really kind of taken back. Like, damn, bro, I thought a little bit more of you than that. I thought you was a little bit more hard up than that. Because ain't no way. No, bro, you went back and watched that tape. There's no way you can say Max drove on the edge. No, he went over the edge. Moving around in the braking zone several times is not on the edge. That's over the edge. Looking for you on the track, which he was checking his mirrors for you and getting in your path. And you even snitched on it. You said it yourself. So for you to go back and try to say, yeah, I came out the car hot in the pit, and you look crazy, man. You look crazy weak. Just telling like it is. You look crazy weak for saying what you said in the presser, man. And if you don't stand up, as long as Max Verstappen's on track and he has an equally competitive car, bro, you're not coming out on top more often than not. You're going to need the better car, faster car in order for Max just to feel like it ain't even worth it. I'd have to do something so egregious. I'm looking at a race ban. And I don't know if McLaren's going to develop that type of car. Right now, they're giving you the type of car where you can win races against Max. But now that we've seen how you'll drive against Max, and we had hoped to know after that race, I was like, yo, I know Lando didn't win the race and they went out, but he just made a statement to Max Verstappen. He just put Max Verstappen on notice. Now he'll be given the space he needs because Max is going to think twice. But now you laid down and made Max feel like, oh, it's all good. I can slap Lando around, put him in a headlock, give him a noogie, pull his drawers up in his ass and give him a wedgie. And he going to be like, oh, stop it, Max. Stop it. Stop it, Max. Cut it out. Think about this. What happened when Carlos pulled the seat from under Lando? Maybe we should have known then. Maybe we should have known then. Because I would have been pissed. I'd be like, they would have had to cut that tape out. Like, man, what the fuck you doing, bro? And then damn near ruining my foot, like messing up my foot to the point I can't drive. You playing with my skills to drive on track. What are you doing? Like, nah, bro, we ain't doing that. But now, oh no. They gotta. Yo, big shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey man, big shout out to yo, big shout out to you. Big shout out to I see you, Sylvia with Kelly. I see Uno, DG Big Blue. Congratulations again, bro. Be shipping y'all out. DG Big Blue, get with me in the Discord. Send me your shipping address so I can get you your gift card, bro. Same thing for Paul. Give me your shipping address in the Discord so I can ship you your gift card. I'm gonna go ahead and pick those up probably today or tomorrow so I can get them shipped out to y'all next week. This is the end of the triple header, so we're probably going to be on for a nice vacation, but don't forget we do gridiron racing here. So if you drive F1 2024, join us. Send me a friend request to Wolfpack F1 so I can add you into the room, be in the live 15 to 30 minutes early so I can get your requests. We can work things out, be in the Discord 15 to 30 minutes early so we can work all that out. But yeah, like I said, I just thought when Lando said this, you know, I was really.
I don't expect an apology from him.
Like,
I don't think he should apologize. I thought it was
apologize.
As a review, good racing.
It's
at times
good
maybe
racing?
yeah, very close to the edge, but like we said,
On
we've
the
spoken
edge?
about it. We've talked about it, and we're both happy to go race.
Your boat. Listen, it's good racing. It was on the edge. I don't think he should apologize. We're okay with it. No, bro. I wish I had a mic in the room to hear how that conversation went. I think Max Verstappen just finessed you, man. He finessed you. Max Verstappen finessed you. That's crazy. All of a sudden, I don't think he should. I don't think he needs to apologize. Last week, bro, you said straight up, I don't need to apologize to him. It's for him to apologize to me. I gave him respect. He didn't give me respect. So last week, he didn't give you no respect. This week, nothing changed besides you punking out. That's bad, man. That's bad. See, it's going to take somebody like Alonso or Lewis Hamilton to give it to Max, straight up. Lewis Hamilton done been at the blunt on it. He done. Alonso, he ain't playing that. Piastri will give it to Max. I believe Piastri. I want to see. I believe he will. I don't know if he will, but I've seen indications that Piastri will give it to Max if he thinks he has it. And I like the fact that Piastri's behind Max Verstappen. I want to see what happens. I hope Piastri gets the jump on him. I do. I hope he gets the jump on him, and we get to see that. Now, if Pia disappoints me, then it won't be too much different from what we see from majority drivers, because that's what they do. So we'll see what pops tomorrow. But listen, I think we got a good race on our hands. I think we're going to have a good event. I think we're going to have a good finale lap. We'll be here live. And then also, don't forget, we'll be Wolves Den for that after the race. I think we need to do a Wolves Den after the race, after finale lap, get in the Wolves Den, have a nice little conversation. I think it's going to be good. Hopefully, we got right now, listen, big shout out again to the UK for having an all UK home team front row, 1, 2, and 3. But If Mercedes can get a podium or even a race win, if Lewis Hamilton, which I don't think is going to happen, it's possible for it to happen. I don't know if it's likely to happen. But if Lewis Hamilton gets his first win since ever, seemed like forever, at Silverstone, Hamilton Straight, the Britain GP, that place gonna go crazy. Crazy, do you hear me? And I'm even more inclined to think it happens if they get rain tomorrow. Because let's just be real. I mean, let's just be real. Let's take a look at this. At no point in time has Max Verstappen consistently through this weekend been in the top 3. He was 4th in FP1. He was 7th in FP2. He's 5th in FP3 and again 4th in qualifying. Consistently, he has not been on par because that car is not necessarily dialed in like the butt crack of a tick. And if it rains, I can't count him out because I've seen what he can do, and Max can drive. And Red Bull is the most dominant team until they're not. But it's starting to look shaky, baby. So let's see what happens tomorrow. We will see the race. Big shout out to you all. Peace and love. Jay from Wolfpack. Peace.